Hello everyone, this is Rabbi Ari Sachs coming to you with today's daily video count of the Omer. We are up to day number 38, which is known in Kabbalistic circles as Tiferet, otherwise known as harmony or balance, sheb'Y'sod, meaning foundation. And we will turn to the teaching, for a teaching from Rabbi Min Kantrowitz's book, Counts in the Omer, a Kabbalistic Meditation Guide. And in this teaching, we're actually going to split it into two and have two small separate conversations on it. The first teaching is the following. The Sefirot of Tiferet, harmony or balance, and Yesod, meaning foundation, are located along the vertical path in the lower center of our bodies. This keeps us centered, erect, and balanced. It reflects a basis for actions within us, keeping us upright, prepared for the appropriate response. So in this teaching, we learn a little bit more about how these sefirot are located within the body, and that should give us a sense as to how to understand the interaction of these two different sefirot. So just to kind of take a look at what that really means, I want to share with you a picture of the sefirot as overlaid upon a picture of a body. So you see here the various different sefirot in these circles placed in the certain places on the body. And here you have Tiferet, which is located within the heart, and you have Yesod, which is located within the genitals. But more important for our matter right here, you can see they kind of form this midline of the body. And that the idea being brought by Rabbi Kantrowitz is that this line in the center of the body is one that's supposed to represent our balanced selves. And to kind of give us a better sense as to what that really means, I want to bring another picture that I think relates to this time period, meaning the NBA playoffs. And you see here this player you played last year or a couple years ago for the Portland Trail Blazers. He is situated, his first name is Jareed. Jareed is situated in a defensive stance, and you can see that his legs are spread apart in a wide stance, but most importantly that he's low to the ground, which means he has a low center of gravity, which is in this section here, which is located very similarly between Tiferet and Yesod. This center section that represents that center of gravity allows him to be balanced if he wants to move left or right or back or front, meaning that if you want to have a good defensive posture when you're playing basketball, you have to be willing to move wherever the player in front of you is going to go, and as such you need to be very centered on your body. So that the idea of Tiferet sheb'Y'sod, of creating this center line in the body, is that it balances us out in order to be able to respond to whatever direction we need to go in, to whichever challenges are brought in front of us, that we need to be able to be agile enough to move in any direction, and that agility is represented by this aspect of Tiferet sheb'Y'sod. Then I want to get now to the second aspect, to the second teaching that Rabbi Kantrowitz brings. By connecting the heart, meaning Tiferet, and the center of sexuality, Yesod, which is located in the genitals, this pairing also suggests that our sexual actions and feelings must be ethical and harmonious. Tiferet sheb'Y'sod reminds us to conduct the sexual aspects of our lives with integrity and impeccability. And I think that this teaching is a very important one given what we just learned about creating that centered centeredness, that balance to be able to respond to any different directions. That in addition to being able to have the agility to move to wherever you are, being centered, being balanced also has a connotation of being ethical. Meaning that when we are balanced in and of ourselves, when we connect our sexual desires represented by yesod upon the genitals with the desires of our heart, where Tiferet is located, then we create this harmonious balance in our, not just in our sexual lives, but in our ability to connect the different aspects of who we are to follow an ethical way of life. So that we are not only centered in our physical way of being able to move left and to move right, but in all of our nature that we are seeking to become more harmonious individuals, people who respond to the needs of life in ways in which our hearts are really directing all of our different behaviors, whether that's a sexual behavior, whether that's a moral behavior, whether that's a physical behavior, that what we carry with us in our hearts gives us the sense of harmony and of balance to be able to move forward. And with that kavanah in mind, I'd like us now to turn to the actual blessing of the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer. We praise you, Adonai, our God, master of time and space, whose commandments add holiness to our lives, who commanded us to count the Omer. Hayom shmona ushloshim yom, shehem chamisha shavuot, ushlosha yamim laomer. Today is day number 38 of the Omer. And with that, I want to thank you for joining me in today's counting. We will count the next one live during our Friday night service tonight here at Beth Mordechai at 224 High Street in Perth Amboy. And then we'll begin the video counting again with the following day. Take care and all the best. Shabbat Shalom.